So they'll be calling you a radical, as in this country we fly the flag at half-mast more than we fly it regular, right? It's heartbreaking, this fucking selfish, self-indulged fucking place. So this is big, big fucking news. Maybe one of you, someday, I mean, you'll listen to, I was just going through Tesla's IPO is 8 years old. Remember when I hammered in? Bought so much Tesla, it was unbelievable in those days. It's amazing how I get everything this accurate and nobody will listen. Nobody will pay attention. The salmon collapse, you didn't want to believe it from me. So let's get into this. So Oregon has emergency closed the salmon fishing early, which those derelicts should have been closed. Washington, they won't even talk. They won't speak. Seattle, but this is the big news in Alaska. So this is out. Now we have the numbers once the salmon get to the river. I mean, I have them. I can get at them. They're horrific. Commercial guy's been calling me on the phone because I list my phone number in my email. So the commercial numbers come out today. Beyond horrific. They're beyond horrific. I'll post the quote of the 50-year. This guy says, I've been a permit holder for 50 years. Never seen anything like Oregon or Alaska Fish and Game is saying they're bewildered, dumbfounded, stumped. They can't believe it. They're aghast. They don't know what it is. Quote, the head of Alaska Fish and Game. Something is drastically wrong. This is not normal. You know, I'm arguing with people in Oregon on the tide pools, you know. Oh, we test. No, they don't. Nobody's testing. This is Fukushima. The Great Pacific Genocide, as I said the day that Fukushima happened, Kevin Blanch. It's going to give you leukemia. It's going to give you leukemia. Then I got leukemia, given a death sentence. It's going to genocide the Pacific Ocean. It's going to release a gas, a vapor, a plasma off. They're just going to lie. They're just going to lie. Cover it up. I reported in the very early days. I took a lot of risk for this. What happened in this situation room? Somebody leaked it to me. I said, John Holden, the eugenicist, the science and technology team, took the field. Obama made the Navy and everybody. The Navy sent in 32 ships to mitigate, to sent down. He took the field. They developed a 32-team panel from MIT, University of Michigan, Cal Berkeley. John Holden ran the whole show. There he is right there at Harvard. You can't even go have a talk with him. You can't even finally did an interview saying just what I said. All they did was cover up, cover up, cover up. That's all Obama did. Obama covered it up, covered it up, covered it up. That's been the... So then we get Trump. First one into Trump Towers. I was there at the Towers. I was at the White House that night. Took the bus in the middle of the night back to New York. I was there. First one to meet. I mean, for a Japanese PM to come to the United States once 30 years is a big deal. He comes during the Obama administration, goes to what? Harvard? Holdren, Obama, I mean, all these players, Scotty Pruitt now, these this government's so grotesquely corrupt, it's unbelievable. Putting kids in cages, I mean, the problem in this country is somehow people think the gun's going to solve their problems. It's going to just create more problems. It's disgusting. These mass murders, our kids have to live in fear. Everybody has to live in fucking fear. The Supreme Court, I want to talk about that too, this thing. How can any of you guys even go by this illegitimate government? How fucking grotesque is this Supreme Court situation getting to be? Which shapes culture? Bush did not win. Bush did not fucking win. He didn't win. Thus, Alito Roberts are illegitimate. By the way, there's talk that Trump wants to name Mike Lee. I know Mike Lee. You know, I look at my interviews. I've asked Mike. Mike lied right to my face on Fukushima. Mike's dad died young of leukemia. He don't care. It's like Obama. He didn't care. Just like Trump first allowed me to introduce myself. A B, the first one in. The greatest story in human history. I want to say this to all you fuckers that think the tide pools, fucking everything's okay, they're testing. Then why are the tide pools fucking dead? So I have a lot of whistleblowers in San Diego, a lot of connections in San Diego. They had their hearing down there last night on the rate hike. Jerry Brown's email should be out this afternoon. I'll believe it when I see him by law, because the law don't mean shit. Trump doesn't abide by the law. Obama didn't abide by the law. Democrat, Republican, the United States Supreme Court is totally illegitimate. You have 3 of the 9 that have no business being there. Trump didn't win. Bush didn't fucking win. These are illegitimate. And how about war criminal Bolton? War criminal, fucking wanted, fucking warrants all over for his arrest all over in Russia with Putin. I thought you had, I mean, they're going to meet in Helsinki. By the way, when I'm laying there on the beach in that great thing when I'm laying on the womb on that art that San Diego media refuses to report, the kid that's laying with me is from Helsinki. Oh, they're anti-nuclear. But, I mean, they've been doing, Putin's popping them off in the test site, Miyake, you know, radiating Europe. Shh, don't say nothing. Don't rock the boat, baby. This is the greatest story in human history. You mean to tell me, I want to ask all you people that are in epic Fukushima denial, which is the greatest death sentence. And if you don't believe me, the mayor inside Fukushima, Naomi, who took, I mean, this guy was a cover-up, a B propagandist rat. He's the guy that lifted the evacuation order, even though the radiation was high. He died of leukemia yesterday. So, I mean, this cancer karma is some real shit. I mean, stand up and fight against these monsters. You don't do it with a gun. You don't do it with violence. You do it with your heart, your head, your mind. You show up to these fucking hearings. You get in their face, you call them out. You do it fucking strongly. Not violently. I mean, I don't believe in fucking violence. Violence breeds more fucking violence. This is fucking heartbreaking. I predicted this to the fucking T. Nobody believed me. Nobody listened to me. So as a good social scientist, as a good stats professor, which I was, what happened to all that Tesla stock you had, Kevin? You had about $800,000 would be worth about $10 million right now. Play back the tape, Your Honor. I was uninsured. August 2011, when the market was melting down, remember the market was melting down? I'm like, double down, double down. Doing video every morning. I got a stomach ache. The day I was due to speak at Zuccotti Park. And boy, did I have the feels in those fucking days. Anonymous? Oh boy, if you only fucking knew. I have a tale to tell. For Cassandra and Hamlet, they had a baby. The stomach ache evolved quickly. I went from 170 to 130 into a horrible disease called AML leukemia that we know is caused by nuclear fallout, which killed my father, nuked to death in the Nevada test site. Given 2 months to live. A Danish doctor came to me that I know since I was Kevin. He saved me. They were going to gut me. Don't do it. Send me to the bone marrow transplant at LDS. I was uninsured. I forked over every dime. Chemo wart mark valve, the whole thing, but I'm alive. It's been an incredible journey and stories. I tried to fight for the sea. I tried to fight for her, but I was on my own. Walking the coast of California, people say, I've been on my own. I've been on my own. Thank you to the few that have supported this historic fucking work. Without me, you got fucking nothing. You got nothing. I'm the only fucker on earth that reported this to a T. So, these were projected to be record returns. Chinook salmon go to sea for 5 years. All this, record returns on the Chinook in 2015. Then they start to collapse 2016, and collapsed steadily in a horrific fucking nightmarish collapse. This is acute. This hasn't been going on for decades. Record returns in 2015. So as stat repairs, we run regression. This blows up out of the fucking mean, deviates from the mean by millions of times. Obviously, that's an outliner. Something crazy happened in 2011. Did a meteor hit? Worse. Plasma. FU, Fructonium as I call it. Released into the fucking, this is the greatest denial in human history. And everybody plays along. Let's just pretend the emperor has no fucking clothes. The emperor has no fucking clothes. You read this. Mystified, baffled, stumped, puzzled, perplexed, bewildered. Not me. Is that even possible that every single freaking scientist on Earth could be stumped, perplexed? All the typos are fucking dead. So I said it will collapse 90%. I used the word genocide in the early days. If you don't believe the Pacific Ocean is not 90% dead, you're a fucking fool. Go look under your feet at the tide pools. Go look at them. They're dead. 99% dead. Salmon, well over 90% collapse now. Whales are in free fall. More whales washed up on the coast, the Pacific coast, in the last 3 years than the previous 300 combined. Greatest story. This is a catastrophe. This is a catastrophe. Science fiction economics will fix it. Let's just give them a more fucking bailout. The country's bankrupt. What is the United States? Same as everybody else. Nothing but a fucking Ponzi scheme. Tax the future, tax the future, tax the future, and spend on me, 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 me. The great American selfish, self-indulged baby boomer. Disgusting and their fucked up echoes. The youth, I would like to say this to all the youth. I apologize for our sickening me, me, me generation. I tried. Not all of us were sickening, self-indulged fucking creeps. I mean, Trump's the perfect thumbprint of this selfish me, me, me generation. Too bad we didn't all die before we got old. For the future of this fucking world, the ecology, we done sold. It's the ecology, stupid. You seen the fucking debt? Nobody talks about that. You seen the debt? I'll post the fucking debt. Now just go through it. What a Ponzi scheme. These baby boomers pulled a fucking hell of a fucking stunt. It's disgusting. Stand tuned. The greatest story in human history. Oh, I told it. And none of you would believe me. Cassandra had a curse. You won't freaking give up your sexuality? You won't give it up? He put the curse on her. You'll be able to see the future. And no one will believe you. And neither will your heirs for time and all eternity. Oh, I told it to a T. Traveled all over the world. Relentless for 7 fucking years. Over 7 years. Every day, all day. Relentless. Everywhere and everything. In people's, I mean, it's all right there, hiding in plain sight. And you refuse to fucking stand by me. Fucking the obvious means nothing. This is obvious as the scars across my face. It's as obvious as the scar across my tongue. What a fucking journey. What a sad comedy. The Great Pacific Genocide. Very real. Stand tuned.